All right, so here we want to learn how to cut an outfit of a client that whose chest and stomach are not the same. The chest is 48, while the stomach or the belly is 50. So in most cases, people do make the mistake on how best you can get the armhole and how to also draft this outfit properly. So I'm going to take you through the processes and then of the whole detailing. Make sure you watch to the very end. So before we go into the video, I would like to know that in most cases, when you have some clients that do have a protruding stomach, then you have to measure the chest differently and measure the belly differently. So you will have two measurements, which are the chest and the belly or the stomach, and can be written together. If you can write the chest to be whatever it is, put a slash, and put the belly measurement the next after the slash. So when you know this, then you can now start cutting. So in cutting, you have two options as well. One option is to use the chest region, the chest measurement to get the armhole. But while you use the stomach to cut the whole dress, then when you are closing or when you are trying to stitch or finish the outfit, you can now apply the individual measurement of the chest on the upper region and the stomach at the lower bodies of the outfit. So let's get down to the cutting proper. I do hope you will enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let's cut this immediately. One of the reasons most people do have issues on how to cut an extra large client's clothes is the armhole. Now, in this video, I will show you how you can get a perfect armhole for a client that is extremely big or that seems to be big. Now, the measurement we have is a chest of 50, shoulder of 20, sleeve length of 17 and a half, 17, sorry, round sleeve 19, 18, neck of 20, and top length of 34. So if you really want to learn how to get a perfect armhole for a big client, stay tuned to the end of the video, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So here, the first thing we normally do is to mark out your baseline, which I know by now most of you must have been fully aware of, right? So by the end of the video, you will learn how to get all of these stuffs. Now, after the baseline, you mark 4 inches extra. Now, these 4 inches you are marking here will be for the folding or hemming of the top, right? So bear in mind that this is applicable both on plain fabrics and Ankara. I'm using this fabric for illustration so that you understand how to go about it. After that, the next you will do is put a top length, which we have it to be 34, right? 34 top length. So you mark 34 inches from here and mark to this very point. 34 inches, you mark to this very point. Then after which, you connect the line as shown this way. And then, now, if you look at the measurement we have, the chest is 50. So if you divide 50 by 4, you will have 12.5, right? And in most cases, most people will be confused. How can they use 12.5 for your customers' armhole, which seems to be a bit big? Now, next formula you can use is also shoulder over 2. If you divide the shoulder of 20 by 2, you have 10. Some persons as well will not be convenient enough on the 10 armhole depth. So what then do you do? Now, bear in mind that this measurement I took is because of the stomach protrusion. That's the belly, right? Now, the man's real chest is around 48 inches. 48. But because of the stomach, I made it to be 50 so that it will be big, it will be free on him on the chest region. So in getting the armhole, I will use the real chest of 48, right? Divide by 4, you have 12. Then minus 1, you have 11. This is how you get your chest armhole. Now, this 11 is what I will use for my client's armhole depth. So from here, I will mark 11 inches from the top length, 11 inches for my customer's armhole depth.
So mark 11 inches just this way, and then connect the line as shown. Then after this, you are going to now mark the 50, that's 12.5 right here. 12.5 and extra 2 inches, which is normal for additional inch you add on your chest over 4 plus extra 2. Now, the next we are going to deal on here is to get your shoulder. So for the shoulder measurements, the first thing you will do is divide by 2, that's 10, right? And then add half an inch to it for the sleeve joining, making it to be 10.5. Then once you have gotten 10.5 this way, you are going to bend or slope your tape to come down in this form. Now, what is the extent of the sloping? The range is 2.5, right? But for such persons that seems to be big, we are going to use 3 inches in slanting. This helps to give you more fitting on their outfit. So here you mark 10.5 in this form, and then on that range, you come down by 3 inches. 3. Now, because the fact that they are big, so we are increasing our slanting measurement. So you have the mark that goes all through in this form. So this is the shoulder slope, and this is the shoulder measurement. Now, after that, you go to the neck. Now, the neck you have, divide the neck value by 6. Deduct 0.3 from it, and any answer you get, you will mark the answer on the neck width just this way. Neck width from here just this way. Then add half an inch to whatever you use to mark here, and then get your depth. Get your depth in this form. And after doing that, you mark the line to go all through this way. It also goes all through this way. And with the help of your pattern master, you place in this form, make a curve that connects from your neck depth to your neck width. It goes in this form, right? And after that, connect the neck edge to your shoulder slant and shoulder width intercept. That's this very point. It goes in this form. And then you are meant to bring down the line on the shoulder straight to your armhole. But then I tend to come in by half an inch, and then the line that goes to the armhole should not be straight. It should be slanted or slopey, half an inch inwards. Then after that, place your pattern master in a way that you make a connection that goes in this form. It cut across from the shoulder line, go into this way, and then tallies back to your armhole depth. It goes all through in this form, right? This is how you get your armhole. So this curve here should be close or should be exact to this point. It should not stop on the way. It should, lap and meet this real chest measurement. So after you have done that, this is how you battle with your neck width and your neck depth, shoulder slope, shoulder width, armhole trimming, and everything. So this type of armhole cutting will help the armhole to be relaxed without being without having rumple effects. So now let's show the sideways. So for the side, what you do, the simplest thing to do here is you measure from the 4 inches mark, measure 6 inches or 7 inches high, just this way, and then whatever be the measurement you have from here, you measure it as well, all through this way, and then transfer it to this very point. So you will get a straight line that connects in this form. In most cases, this line, it goes all through this way. So reconfirm what you have from here, 14 3/4, and make sure it resonates with what you have here. And then have like half an inch extra. So this is what you have. So we are going to cut out this, and then I'll show you how to cut the back as well.
I grab my sketch and make the line. Patterns flow like vintage wine. Dress in colors bold, refined. With fashion art I'm intertwined. From the canvas to the screen, styling dreams like you've never seen. Textures blend in harmony, creating fashion symphony. Hey there, folks, don't be
All right, so here we want to show the back drafting. So after the front cutting, you fold another fabric to get the same width you have, and then you arrange. Please make sure that you iron your fabric. Please, ironing is very important. If you want to learn male clothing very well, you need to know how to iron very well, right? So just place it all through together again. So here at the base, I give extra 1 inch here at the base here, 1 inch extra. Now this 1 inch extra will be used in the neck balancing. How do I mean? After the joining, you are meant to drag the front panel to go down to meet this in order to achieve a perfect neck curve at the shoulder region. So if you still don't want to put it, there's still no problem. So here I prefer putting it. It gives you more room, to handle your fabrics very well and get the exact shape you want. So here you arrange the fabric all through in this form, and then the measure work will be on the shoulder. So let's go and check the shoulder measurement as well. So here we want to now do the shoulder region. Now remember that what we slanted the front panel was 3 inches. So the back as well will be raised by 3. So any measurement you use on the front panel, you are going to use it as well to raise the back panel. The same 3 inches is what you must use as well. If you slant by 2, use 2. If you slant by 3, use 3. If you slant by 2.5, please use 2.5. Don't reduce whatever measurement you have slanted with in the front panel, or don't increase. This comes back to replace what you removed in front in order to make the clothes be balanced, right? So here, this is how it's been done. And then for the neck width of the back panel, you are meant to draw this line straight this way, and then from that straight line, go backwards, inwards by 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of this way, and then connect it back to this very edge. So it goes all through in this form. After this, the next you will do now is to mark your neck depth of 1.5 inches for the neck depth, then place in this form and then connect all through this way. So you have your line coming in this form, right? That's all you need to do for the back panel. So I will cut out this so you see it as well how the cutting is done. So you cut this way and then you go all through this way. So this is what we have. This is what we have. Then the armhole area, you also cut out in this form. Cut out in this form as well. So this is what we have for the armhole. And then you are going to fold this back panel to come in front. Now this folding must be within the range of 2.5 to 3 inches as well. Then if you observe, the back neckline is protruding on the neck region, right? So you are going to take bearing from the front neck edge just this way. So if you still want to use your pattern master, you can still do good use of it. And then to make sure that it's correct, you extend this one first all through this way. Extend this one first all through this way, and then use your pattern master and still replicate the curve that you got from here just this way. So this curve should also replicate and continue. So by so doing, you will now know where to cut from. But please don't make the mistake to cut together. You have spoiled the neck. So you're going to just start from here, continue from that curvy area just this way. So once you get to this very point like this, right, then you open it up and then you fine tune. Now you fine tune it, make sure that it's giving you the perfect curve. So this is how it should look like. So this is how your back neck and your shoulder region should look like. And then you continue to cut the sides as well. The side cutting, you continue all through this way. So I believe this video must have given you some insights on how to handle some big measurements on your client. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.